Let's talk about the big beautiful bill, Trump's policies and how they hurt nurses, other professions, minorities, and the working class. So when you look at the big beautiful bill, essentially it wants to put stipulations on eligibility requirements for loans depending on what degree you're seeking. Yes, it is a fact that nursing was not considered a professional degree prior to this bill. Now, that never impacted how much people could take out for their federal student loans. Now, with this new policy, it is now categorizing degrees, and based off of what category you're in is the max on federal student loans you can take out. So law, dentistry, medicine, for example, are capped at $50,000 annually, $200,000 per person, and non-professional degrees are capped at $20,500 annually, $100,000 per person. When you're looking at some of these degrees, they cost way more than that. The ones in the professional category and some of the ones in the non-professional. CRNA, a lot of master's, doctorate programs, it costs way more, school counseling, etc. When you look at schools nationwide, majority cost more than that. Supposedly, the goal of the bill is to pressure universities to decrease the costs of tuition in some of these categories. In reality and historically, there have been rare, when I'm saying it's rare, like I couldn't even find more than a few examples, a handful of examples of occasions where schools actually do this. I've seen plenty of examples where schools freeze tuition, like it doesn't go up the following year. To decrease tuition is a hypothetical that rarely exists, 1. 2. If the Department of Education cared so much about lowering the cost of tuition, why didn't they directly target universities and tell them that they had a max on how much they could charge for these degrees? Riddle me that. Universities are historically known for increasing their tuition every year. What is their reasoning? Operational costs. They run on revenue, right? They need to fund all of the supplies, the professors, everything that we need at school, right? And their tuition breakdown explains it all. Universities are a business. So why would a business lower the cost of the product that they're providing, a degree? Because people can't afford it. How does that positively impact the university to decrease the tuition? Oh my God, there'll be more professionals. That doesn't positively impact the university. The university is a business. If anything, they might lose prestige. They're already losing a lot of government funding. So why would they do all of that to accommodate you? I'm not saying this to be negative. I'm saying this because this is a fact, and there's a lot of people running around with misinformation online saying this is going to force universities to lower the cost of the degree. But instead, they are targeting people who seek out these loans, which are minorities and the working class, because people do not have the money to just throw at these degrees. So what we can actually see is a decline in people seeking these degrees, ultimately shortages in different areas where we need people the most, especially in these times. And we also have a potential to widen the wealth gap, right? Because people with money, resources, and time can sit in school and take out these loans and know they'll be fine. But minorities and working class might not be able to risk that. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to say all hope is lost. I'll come up with a video on ways we can get creative to work around this and figure this out. I want people to still seek their degrees. I want people to still be